I'd like to call to order the North Aurora Village Board meeting of Monday, May 4th, 2020. And we'll open with silent prayer meditation. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Mayor Berman?
Here.
Trustee Gavino?
Here.
Trustee Lowry?
Here.
Trustee Curtis?
Here.
Trustee Carroll?
Here.
Trustee Gately?
Here.
All right. Any audience comments? No one signed up? No, Mr. Benz. Do not see any. Any trustee comments? Consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Gavino?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Under new business, we have two items. Mr. Hanna.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The first item is an ordinance addressing the village's current telecommunications tax. This was discussed 2 weeks ago as a proposed adjustment to the draft budget as a way to deal with the significant effects of the current COVID-19 effects on the draft budget. The village has had a 4% telecommunications tax for some time. Historically, it was allocated 1% in the general fund and 3% in the capital projects fund. Over the last couple of years, it was reallocated to 2.5% for the general fund and 1.5% for the capital projects fund. One of the things that we wanted to do to try and make sure that we can continue to fund critical core services as we deal with the economic effects of the current pandemic was to allocate this tax 100% to the general fund, the full 4%. That would give the village additional financial flexibility and also the ability for us to evaluate that at the end of the year to see if some of that could be transferred back into the capital projects fund at the end of the year.
Motion to approve, Mark Gately.
Second, Mark Capino.
Discussion. Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee Gavino?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Very good. Item number 2, Bill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item number 2 is approval of the budget for fiscal year 2020-21. This budget includes all of the fund individual accounts as well as the authorized staffing level for the upcoming fiscal year. Total budgeted revenues wound up being $22,380,547 and revenues at $25,236,940.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. Well, I think you've done a good job of narrowing it down, and we still got some fluff in there that we can not fluff, but some things that we can put off. So, any other discussion?
Great job, Bill.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Gavino?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
I don't have any old business. As far as village president, in my conversation with the mayors and listening to our Zoom meetings and everything, obviously all the mayors are interested in getting the economy back going. And I think that in listening to what the governor has planned, or what our group in the Chicago area has planned, I think it's going to be we're going to have some action, and I think in the next couple of weeks where things are going to be eased up a little bit. But it may be regionally, it may not be to the entire state at one time. But I think that there's no reason why we can't have some business going on with everyone wearing masks and keeping our distance and using disinfectants, and everybody thinking of the other person rather just of themselves. So, but I think we're going to see some change in the next couple of weeks. But let's hope it works out that way. Any other feelings from?
This is Tom Martinez.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, Dale? Mayor. There is a protocol that is being put in place in the plants in the works right now to safely reopen and reestablish the operation of businesses. So yes, that is on track, and it should be drafted and finalized within the next week. I don't know when it's going to be presented, because there's some examination that needs to be done of that protocol legally before it comes into effect. But that's what is coming up for the state of Illinois.
Well, I think we're all anxious. You know, you see how I think one of the things, tracking and finding out where things are coming from and who's the carrier, and I think that we're able to spend more time and effort in that, although that's takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of people involved.
Yeah,
I think that we're doing good.
The idea right now is not necessarily to find out who's the carrier, but perhaps to give a safe level of exposure, minimize the level of exposure for businesses to follow up their reopening.
Well, that's certainly what we're working on.
With
Any
that, yeah, this is Trustee Carroll. This question is for staff. Do we know of any businesses in North Aurora that have, or restaurants or retail that are closing permanently?
I haven't received any notice of any businesses. Mike Toth is on the line, and he's gotten at least one call from a business that was curious about funding programs that might be available. Mike, did you hear anything else from anybody?
No, other than that, this business owner kind of had themselves confused with the city of Aurora because they have something they're working on, but I have not had any contact to that respect.
I'm hoping that J.C. Penney's is able to hold on, because I read an article today that they were struggling before this, and I know they're one of our anchors in that town center.
Well, I think they probably got a ways to go before they can go through bankruptcy and a lot of other things, but who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? And it certainly isn't dependent on just North Aurora in their case, as opposed to some of our other smaller operations. Any other trustee comments? Mr. Administrator.
I don't have any comments tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Attorney?
No report.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, from Village Department of Finance, Mr. Hannah.
Nothing in particular, just want to let you know that, of course, we're going to be monitoring any, revenue and expenditure information, information we get in. And if we feel like we need to bring the budget back to the village board for further discussion or a budget amendment or modifications, we'll certainly do that.
Very good. Mr. Toth, our Community Development.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Well, this morning you had all kinds of activity going on, so I know you're busy and your whole group is busy, so that sounds great.
Yeah, we've been able to function, given all the technology we've been kind of set up with. It's been nice. So we've been pretty seamless.
Chief Fisher?
I have no report tonight, sir.
Very good. John, Public Works.
Hey, Mayor, just make the announcement that we're going to be having the first virtual bid opening tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the silo bids. So we're looking to get the bids in and get those opened and see who our low bidders are.
That's super. Nothing else. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Committee of the whole meeting will start as soon as